Hello there. Wow, I haven't made a video on this channel in a long time. I want to thank those of you that stayed subscribed for so long. I honestly just didn't know what to do with this channel because, well, Mass Effect Andromeda was a big disappointment, and we all know why. I mean, no Quarians, right? I mean, it's just 0 out of 10, no Quarians. Of course, I'm joking. That's just that did really disappoint me, but that's obviously not the main reason why that game was so underwhelming, I guess. I mean, it wasn't like a terrible game. It wasn't like it was unplayable. It was just, I guess, just not as... There was just lots of problems. I think the main problem I had with the game was I got burnt out on it while the guns and the weapons were crap. And then they buffed them, but then I kind of lost interest. And then they stopped supporting the game. So I didn't see the point in making videos about that game anymore. And it's very strange playing Mass Effect 3 again. What's strange is it still feels fun. Like, I mean, I've played this game way too much, but it's still enjoyable, and it doesn't feel like, wow, this is dated. But I mean, it does in a way. After playing Andromeda, I remember I came back to ME3 just to make some comparisons, and it felt strange not being able to jump with jetpacks. But yeah, it's just things like that. But it still just feels better in general in Mass Effect 3. Just the combat in general and the powers. I think one of my main problems with Mass Effect Andromeda was lack of variety, because so many classes had the same powers, and even in like ME3 we had soldier classes. Like, you had the human soldier who had adrenaline rush, and you had the Turian soldier who had marksman, you had the destroyer that had devastator mode. But in Mass Effect Andromeda it was just all put into one power, and they just put that on loads of classes, and it was like there's no variety. It's just one power on everything. It's like just boring. After a while or so I started even testing Mass Effect Andromeda, just because I wanted to know how it worked. And the guy Pedro on the Mass Effect forums came back, and he showed me how to test the game. Basically, you basically just use Cheat Engine, and all Cheat Engine does is just it gives you access to the information in RAM of the game, so you could just look and search for enemy health values and if they change. But we found some crazy bugs. Like, for example, biotic detonations. We were looking to see, we kept getting inconsistent numbers. Like, one person would test, they get one number, and then someone else would test and they get another number. It's like, what is the difference? Why is it doing that? It's on the same difficulty. Why would it change? And we actually worked it out, that it scaled off campaign difficulty. Like, I was on medium, so I got a lower value, and someone was on, like, I can't remember what the difficulties are now, but on a higher difficulty and got a higher number, so it was just ridiculously bugged. But yeah, just ridiculous bugs in that game. But another reason why I wanted to do that was because I was saying that the guns were so underpowered, but we didn't have the health values. So when I had the health values, it was all, like, clear. We actually... For some reason, like in Mass Effect 3, the headshot multiplier is 2.5 times base, and then you add the multipliers and the passives, like 20% headshot damage. So it's 2.5 on normal enemies. In Mass Effect Andromeda, it was 1.65 for base enemies, and for some reason it rotated. For example, like the small enemies, like, I can't remember what they're called. The ones that would bite you, which were the most annoying enemies in the world, they had a 1.15 multiplier. And it's just weird stuff. And I looked at the health values, and the health values were more. And then the weapons were crap. They sucked. They didn't do enough damage. The headshot multipliers were less, and the health was higher. So it was like just a massive... Okay, I'll stop talking about Andromeda and stop talking about what I want to do on this channel. So I had a few ideas with ME3 of what I wanted to do but I just didn't end up releasing them. I don't know why. It's just, I guess I lack self-confidence, and I think, oh, no one's gonna like this. But I did things like, I might remake it. Who knows? I did stuff like experimenting with mods. Like, for example, the Spitfire in ME3 had a bugged fire rate. It would actually, in the stat screen, it would show it was higher than, say, for example, the Typhoon. But if you actually test them, they shoot at the same rate. But the Typhoon has way higher damage. So it should have a higher fire rate, but it doesn't. And what I did was I made like a video experimenting. What would it be like if it had the like proper fire rate that it should have? And just like had a comparison and say like, should it be this way? Of course it would never be that way because they stop balance changes. It's just like a what if scenario. But I kind of lost the video. I don't know, I think I deleted it. Maybe I can make stuff like that again and just do loads of what if scenarios, just if that's interesting. Another thing I was thinking about doing was, I play Warframe a lot. I could start making videos about Warframe. I don't know if that would interest people. I mean, maybe it... Well, right now it's better than nothing, I guess. But the games are very similar. They have lots of similarities, lots of things. Lots of ways they're different, but lots of ways they're the same. So, I mean, I could start making videos about that also. I'm just not sure what exactly to do. I would feel bad if I just left this channel and didn't make anything else anymore. It's weird coming back to this game and started playing it. I was so rusty. I actually... it's really hilarious. I just was messing around soloing golds just for something to put on the background of this video. And then I ended up doing something absolutely terrible like twice in a row, which you'll see at the end of this video, which is very embarrassing. It's like I used to do like 10 wave survive platinum solos and then just get my ass kicked doing on like wave 3 of a gold solo twice in a row. But yeah, I mean, comical things happen. And it's weird because most of the time I play Warframe these days and you just can't really die very easily in that game. It's just so hard to die. Where in ME3, I mean, you will die if you stop. Like, if you just, like, don't care about surviving, don't care about what you're doing, you will die. Enemies will kill you. Unless you're playing, like, I don't know, a Warlord or a Juggernaut. Most of the time, like, one trooper can just kill you really quickly. So it's just a thing that you have to get used to quite quickly. I did get quite a few comments on my weapon testing videos. But, I mean, I made that a long time ago and people would say... why don't you test out the Venom and stuff like that? But honestly, it took me way too long to make those videos because I would have to wipe out wave 1 platinum and then end of wave 2 and then leave 2 Ravagers alive and then test them, and if I messed it up I'd have to do it all again and I would just waste so many rockets doing that. It would be a lot easier now that you can mod the game, but it was just too much effort in general. And also I think Pedro told me that there was like a bug with Ravagers that would get them like double hit damage, which means they weren't consistent targets. Just things like that. It means I just couldn't continue or redo weapon testing, especially when not many people play this game anymore. So another thing I think I probably should mention, I created a new YouTube channel recently, and to explain what that's about I have to give you some backstory. This is probably the most randomest thing that's ever happened to me while playing a game. So I was playing ME3 on PC. I wasn't playing with anyone else, just playing with randoms. And I came across basically a group of Russian people. And we just played a random game. And afterwards they added me as friends. And I like joined the group chat. And I mean, they spoke English, but not perfectly, but we could understand each other. But then they would like speak with other people that didn't speak English, and I couldn't understand a word they were saying. Anyway, so over many months or so, I stayed friends with them, and eventually, I don't know why, I just became interested and started learning their language, and I never stopped. So I really got into it, and now I can speak Russian fairly well. And then I started learning Italian, and I can speak Italian fairly well. So it's like just a massive thing that's snowballing out of me playing ME3 with random people. It's like the weirdest thing ever that's happened to me. So anyway, I decided to make a YouTube channel about languages. So if anyone wants to... So if anyone thinks they might be interested in that, I can put a link to that in the description or in the top cards. It's called Languages with Tom, which is my real name. And I talk about just mainly languages. Sometimes I will show why a language is hard, or just show me speaking languages. Anyway, yeah, if you like, you can look at that. But it's probably the randomest thing, and it's connected with this game, so it's something I kind of have to mention. But it's like, what? When does that ever happen? It normally just doesn't happen to people. So here we go with the Wave 3 objective, which I epically fail. I get targets, and I don't know, I'm rusty in this game. And you have like 145? That's quite a lot of time. And I thought, okay, I'll just go and Acolyte the shields, and then shoot its health, or shoot its armor. But then a Dragoon comes and attacks me. And I forget there are Dragoons on this wave. And I remember that there were only 3 Dragoons on this wave. See, and a Dragoon whacks me in the face. And I get shot by a rocket. Or just run. So I decide, okay, I'll just kill the Dragoons, because I know there's only 3 of them that spawn. And then I'll deal with the Atlas. I'm just running around waiting for the Dragoon to follow me. Realizing okay, so I just try and kill the Dragoon. Kill him. What I should do now is go and kill the Atlas. But I think I'll just wait and... Okay, so I go and shoot it once. And then another Dragoon. And then everything's following me. And shoot it again. I really just want the Dragoon to go. And I miss. And I miss. I shoot it now. Okay, now I have 20 seconds. Like, 20 seconds. And I realize, oh crap, I have 20 seconds. I should probably... And the Dragoon spawns next to me. Like, you have okay, another Dragoon spawns next to me. I should just rocket it now. But no, I don't. I don't rocket it now, because I'm an idiot. Like, and then I have 1 shot. And it's... Yeah, I fail. Just afterward. Like, welcome back to ME3. If that wasn't enough... Here's me doing the other thing. Against collectors, I get devices. So I miss my... I press F again. I switch weapon for some reason when I don't want to. So I think, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. That's fine. It's fine. There's another abomination next to me. Okay, I'm fine. And then I backward roll, get stuck on the wall, get grabbed, and then don't remember which is the F button. Don't remember which is melee. Try to dodge and then get sync killed. Welcome back to ME3. So it's definitely quite embarrassing. Thank you for watching. I will probably make some more videos about ME3 and maybe some Warframe videos. We'll see. But thank you for watching.